stretch of this season, Greg, what do you make of potential first-round series in this postseason?
Well, there's certainly some matchups that I think plenty of fans would love to see, but we still have a bit of time for things to kind of fall into place. That's what makes this time of year so exciting.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. George is the 4 with Embiid at the 5. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. Here's George. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
PB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
DiVincenzo passes to Gobert.
2 minutes remaining.
There's the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Always assertive off the catch. Dante doesn't give the defender time to react.
And Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. 1:46 left to play here in the first. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. We talked about Joel Embiid specifically and what he wants his team to do against him, and coach said, I want us to make life difficult for him. Every time he catches it in the post, I want us to push back and be physical with him. If he's out on the perimeter, I want to put a hand up on every single shot. Let's see if coach's message resonates. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Now, Gobert. Paul George missing from long range. DiVincenzo finds McDaniel. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside for George. Off target from three-point range. Here's Randall. McDaniels in the post. Defended by George.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. And the 76ers with a completely new group now.
Substitution on court.
Here's Watford. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
2 fouls for him now in the first quarter. And now all of a sudden, do you think about changing his rotation minutes for the rest of the half?
This is his first free throw of the game. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Minnesota. Conley now comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Lowry's checked in. Now here's Dosunmu. Tight defense on him. Here's Shannon. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Conley finding the lane, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
The 76ers trail by 10. Left side Lowry. Again, Philadelphia.
Kyle Lowry doesn't need a lot of room to get his jump shot off. Gets to the mid-range sweet spot and lets it fly.
Pass to Shannon. Three-pointer. Here's Dosunmu. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's been the guy making things happen for Minnesota. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action in just a minute. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Conley out there with Dosunmu. And it's Shannon in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Wow, that's a big-time power play by Quentin Grimes. Nice finish.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. And that's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Conley the pass to Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Conley's got a great set of skills as a passer. He might not always make the flashy pass, but he will make the smart.
Pass to Embiid. Fires for 3. Reed with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Shannon. Covered by Watford. Shots good by Shannon. Shannon's got the lead up to 12 now for the Timberwolves.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Get up and start moving before that stop. Let's stay.
Do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. If you look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us, an update. Allie?
Hey guys, Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. The shot's good.
You simply must account for Rudy Gobert and keep him off the offensive glass. He's done it his whole career.
Inside. Here's Embiid. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And Randall throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Drummond's checked in. George against Randall. A floater, got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from George. There's 25 seconds left in the first half. McDaniels outside. Cranes it from beyond the arc. McDaniels got his third basket of the night.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And we finished one half of basketball. Minnesota on top, ending the second quarter in a 14-6 run. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Looking at Philadelphia, they're trying to close out strong. Don't want to lose any ground.
Yeah, last week of the season, they have a lot to play for. I think they may have to learn something in these next few games to take them in the momentum of the playoffs.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Normally, I say you want a versatile attack, but the way they're shooting the three ball, I don't know about that.
Versatile or versatile, this game is about as uncompetitive as we have seen. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And you look at this Timberwolves roster, doors quite a spread as far as the ages of the top players.
Oh, Kevin, you've got a couple of guys who are absolutely on the back nine and really walking up the fairway of number 18. And then you've got Mr. McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, two guys in their early 20s. But this is the fascinating part. There's a runway left, and what do they do with it?
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. George is the 4 with Embiid at the 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. So it's Minnesota now. Lets it go from deep. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers trail by 16. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Minnesota making a switch. Dosumu's checked in. Embiid wide open. Sinks the three-pointer. Embiid's got 7 points.
Come on. Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that.
Here's Dosunmu. Three-pointer, Randall. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And Embiid throws it down.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Timberwolves leading by 14. Here's Dosunmu. And they pick up 2. He's got 7.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
There's 1:40 left in the third quarter. From deep, Maxey. Minnesota with the rebound.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
You know, DB, recently we've seen Anthony Edwards reach new heights as a three-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards has now embraced the complete analytics of the game. He is a high-volume three-point shooter, and he's still a terror en route to the cup.
And Edgecombe gets it to go.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Over in the corner, McDaniels shoots the 3, craps in the tray, and the Timberwolves lead by 16.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Maxey, that's a 2-pointer. Again, Philadelphia.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Minnesota leading by 14. Conley with the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Conley's got 5 points so far.
Well, just such a smooth, pretty lefty stroke. That three-point opportunity for Mike Conley, yes, sir.
Watford passes to Grimes. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot by Watford, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Naz Reid, what a nice find. This guy always has his eyes up and ready to look for options.
First personal foul. Team foul. Substitution on court.
9 seconds left to play here in the third. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw good, Maxey. Maxey hits them both. 7 seconds left to play in the third. Reed finds Conley. The tray. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves out in front by 17 points at the end. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle steps for the Timberwolves.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Timberwolves leading by 19. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's George. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. Well, Doris, clearly the NBA award voting is an imperfect process and is often the cause of some intense debate.
Just look at the most valuable player debate over the last 5 or 6 seasons. You've had guys neck and neck for maybe the most prestigious award in the league. And one of the things that frustrates me, Kevin, is when a player has won multiple MVP and voter fatigue comes into place. It drives me nuts.
Here's Gobert, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Gobert's comfort zone, right? High percentage shots, easy money for Rudy.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his 5th foul. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Just 3 to shoot. Another miss by Philadelphia. Timberwolves leading by 21.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Minnesota.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Shot by Grimes, no good.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Here's Shannon. The teardrop falls in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you can see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And doors for the Timberwolves, 2 consecutive trips to the Western Conference Final.
Kevin, this is by far the franchise's most successful era to date. But of course, they are not satisfied. Anthony Edwards desires a championship because he wants to be considered amongst the all-time greats.
Yep, that one goes.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Maxey, that's a two-pointer. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And that's tough to guard against. Maxey is just so quick off the ground with that pull-up.
Here's Highland, and he comes up with the deuce.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. The shot by George, wide open. Offline with his three. Maxey against Highland. Count that one.
Doesn't get much easier than that. That is nice work.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had